Good morning, everyone. So, we will start with DPP 5, our discussion part. That is the last DPP of our atomic structure, right? So, let's start with the first question. N and L value of an orbital A are 3 and 2, another orbital B are 5 and 0, the energy is. Now, what I had said, N, this denotes our principal quantum number, right? And L, this denotes our angular quantum number. So here N and L is representing our principal quantum number and angular quantum number. For A, value of N is 3, L is 2, so N plus L value comes up to be 5. And which orbital it is? It is 3D, right now? For L equal to 0, we call it S, L equals to 1, this one is P, L equals to 2, this one is D. So it is representing 3D. Whereas B, it is N is 5, L is 0, so it is representing 5S. Now if we go for N plus L value, this one is also 5 plus 0, that is 5. Now according to the above principle, what it says? Higher the value of N plus L, more the energy. If N plus L value is higher, energy will be higher. But what if N plus L value is same? Now if value of N plus L is same, then higher the value of N, more the energy. That means out of 3D and 5S, which one will have higher energy? 5S will have higher energy. So B will have higher energy than A. So first option, B is more than A. This will be our correct answer. Now let's start with the second one. Number of unpaired electron of neutral manganese atom and its divalent ion are in the ratio. We are talking about Mn, manganese. So Mn, it is 25. Now if you write electronic configuration, what it is? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d5. This is our electronic configuration for Mn. Now what we had said, ki all the core electrons will be completely filled. They will be paired. So we don't need to check it for 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. Why? Because when they are completely filled, they are always paired. Sorry. So we have to check only for 3D. Now in 3D, we have 5 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are going by Hund's rule. That says electrons must be filled parallelly and then anti-parallelly. Now as I have 5 electrons, so I am filling all of them parallelly, right? Now when we are making divalent, that means now I am going to form Mn plus 2. Now if I am going to form Mn plus 2, I have to take out 2 electrons. From where we will take it out? From the largest value of N. We will take out the electron from the orbital that has largest value of N. Now 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d. Till here, largest value is 3. For 4s, largest value of N is how much? 4. So we are going to take out 2 electrons from here. What we will get? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d5, 4s0. Now again, all these orbitals are filled till here. Only unpaired will be in 3D. It is same as that of this one. So how many unpaired we have? We have 5 unpaired electrons. So Mn will have 5 unpaired electrons in normal state as well as in divalent state. So they are asking about the ratio. What will the ratio? 1 is to 1. Both will be same. 5 is to 5. So best option will be option A. Okay. So let's move to the next one. Now, what is this? Which of the following electron is most tightly bound by the nucleus? Now, as we know, we have electronic clouds bonded by the positively charged nucleus. There is a nucleus and the electronic cloud is surrounding it. It is first electronic cloud, this one will be our second electronic cloud, this one will be our third electronic cloud. Now, as the electrons are away from the nucleus, they will be loosely held by the nucleus. Now, if I talk about any nucleus lying over here, this nucleus will be loosely held, this nucleus will be tightly held. That means, higher the distance from nucleus, less tightly it will be held, right? So, what we have to check when they are asking about tightly bond, matlab least energy. Energy will decrease, force of attraction will be higher. Okay, na? So, according to that, if we look on this, we will cut this too. N value is higher, L value is also higher, so we are not going to check this one. For N plus L value, what it will be? 4 plus 1, 5. This one will be 5 plus 0, 5. This one will be 4 plus 2, 6. This one will be 5 plus 2, 7. So, highest energy will be for 5D, then for 4D, then for 5S. Least energy will be for 4P and it will be tightly held by the nucleus, most tightly held by the nucleus. Okay, that means N plus L value that we were checking, higher the value of N plus L, less the force of attraction from nucleus. Okay, na? So, our option A is again correct. Let's move to the next one. Question number 4. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d5 is not the electronic configuration of. Now, if you look, in first orbit K cell, I have 2 electron. In L cell, I have 8 electron. Then I have how many? In M cell, I have 16 electrons, right? Sorry, 13 electrons. So, in total, how many electrons we have? 23. So, we are representing an element or ion that has 23 electrons into it. So, we will just cross check which of these ions have 23 and which of these ions don't have 23, right now. Now, first one, Mn. What is the number of electron? Number of electron formula was Z minus charge. So, when we talk about Mn plus 3, it is 25 minus 3, that is how much? 22. If we talk about Fe plus 3, that is 26 minus 3, that is 23. If we talk about Cr plus, that is 24 minus 1, that is 23. If we talk about Co plus 4, 27 minus 4, that is 23. So, out of these 4, these 3 are correct as they have same number of electron. Only incorrect will be Mn. So, this will be our answer as this is not the electronic configuration that is being represented over here. Right now? Okay. So, now we go to next question. Successive elements belonging to 3D series have same number of electron in the D subcell. What we have to ask? That which of the following element, which of the following pair of element have same number of electron in D subcell. So, we are going to write electronic configuration and then we have to check whether they have same number of electron in 3D or not. First one is titanium and vanadium. Titanium is 22. This one is 23. So, what I will write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. How many electrons we have? 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20. So, next one will be 3d2. So, here in titanium we have 2 electrons. Now, when I go to vanadium, rest all will be same. At the end what we will have? 3d3. So, in titanium we have 2 electrons in 3D. In vanadium I have 3 electrons in 3D. So, this one is not as per our configuration or as per our question. Next one is vanadium and carbon. So if we look at carbon, it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. No d electrons. So how many 3d electrons we have? 0. So this is also not fit. Next we go to chromium and manganese. In chromium, this was the exceptional behavior, and what we got at the end was 4s1 3d5. Right now it is 24. One electron of 4s is jumped to 3d, so it is 4s1 3d5. Now if we look at Mn, it will be 4s2 3d5. So in chromium and manganese, I will have 5 electrons each in their 3d orbital. So this one is valid as per our information given in the question. Now next one is Mn and F. Fluorine, 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So again here we don't have any 3d electrons. So this is also not correct. So only here chromium and manganese are the element that has same number 5 in their 3d subcell. Okay. So option C is correct. Let's go to the next question. What is the electronic configuration of chromium? We have just discussed. Chromium shows exceptional value. What we expected for 24, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d4. This was our expected one. But what we got? We got that one electron of 4s will be jumped to 3d. And what will be our answer then? It will become 4s1 3d5, and rest all till here will be same. So chromium 24 will have the electronic configuration of 4s1 3d5, not till here. How many electrons we have? 2, 4, 10, 12, 18. So this will be represented as argon. So what is our correct option? A. Option A will be our correct option. So in next question, in potassium, the order of energy level, again they are asking about the energy level. What we have to follow? We have to follow N plus L value. Now what we are checking with? 3s 3d, 3 plus 0, 3 plus 2, 3d will have higher energy than 3s, right? Higher N plus L value. 4s, 4p, 4 plus 0, 4 plus 1, 4p will have higher energy than 4s. 4s, 3d, 4 plus 0, 3 plus 2, 3d, 4s, this energy will be higher. So first option says 3s is more than 3d. No, that is incorrect. Second option says 3d more than 4s. Yes, correct. And if B is correct, D will be wrong. Then 4s more than 4p. 4s more than 4p. No. So option B will be our correct option. Question number 9. Now they have represented 2 electrons in K cell, 8 electrons in L cell, 13 electrons in M cell. In K I have 2, in L I have 8, in M I have 13. So in total I have 23 electrons. What they ask? What is the element? What element it is? For chromium 24, for Fe 26, for vanadium 23, for titanium 22. So total number of electron is 23 for vanadium. Option C will be our correct option. Next question. Transition metal. What is transition metal? Let's talk about it a little bit. Transition metal. Now, the metal in which you can ask the D block metal. in periodic table we are going to start today. The metals in D block, in which we have unpaired D electrons in their normal state or stable oxidation state. Okay, metal must be in D block and it should have at least one unpaired electron in D, either in the elemental form, either in the form that they exist in nature, or in any cationic form, in any oxidation state. It should have at least one unpaired electron, right? So this question belongs to a little bit of periodic table. I will just clarify it in periodic table when we study it. Right now here, this is representing Mn, this is representing Fe, this is representing, and this is representing potassium. Now what they ask, we have argon 3d4, argon is 18 and 4, how much? 22. In their +3 oxidation state, matlab element in +3 is having 22 electrons. In +3 state, element is having 22 electrons. So in normal condition, it will must have 25 electrons. Number of electrons is what? Z minus charge. So charge is 3. So what I can write? Z minus charge is number of electron. So Z comes out to be how much? 25. That means it is representing what? Manganese. Option A will be our correct option. Question number 11. Identify the correct electronic configuration of zinc plus 2. Zinc. Again a D block. Metal. 1s2. How many electrons we have? 30. What we will fill? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. This is the electronic configuration of Zn. 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30. Now I have to find electronic configuration for Zn plus 2. Now if I write Zn plus 2, that means I will take out 2 electrons. From where I will take it out? From the orbital having largest value of n. Electrons are taken out by the largest value of n, and electrons are given by the largest value of n plus L, right? So here these 2 electrons will be taken out, and what we will get? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. How many electrons we have here? 2, 4, 10, 12, 18. So I have 18 electrons represented as argon 3d10. Okay. So our argon 3d10, option C will be our correct option for Zn plus 2. Right now. Question number 12. We have to solve for electronic configuration. What they are saying? Match the electronic configuration. Carbon. I am just writing for each. We will cross check. Carbon. How many electrons we have? 6. 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. For fluorine, 9. 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. For magnesium, 12. What we have? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. For neon, 10. What we have? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So carbon will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Which one? B. Fluorine 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. A. Then magnesium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. C. And neon will be D. 1 is A. Sorry, 1 is B. 2 is A. 3C, 4D. Option A will be our correct option. Question number 13. Which will have the same electronic configuration as neon? Neon has electronic configuration of 10. And the configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. This configuration is also known as inert gas configuration. So they are indirectly asking which of the following has same configuration as neon, that has inert gas configuration. Now in sodium, we have 11 electron, we have 1 charge, so number of electron will be 10. In case of oxygen, we have 8 electrons and number of charge is minus of minus 2, that is 10. In fluorine, I have 9 electrons and negative charge is minus 1, so how many electrons I have? 10. All of them are same. So option D will be our best option. That all these given ions have the same electronic configuration as that of neon. Now question number 14. Number of unpaired electrons in the electronic configuration of Fe plus 2. I think we have already discussed this in the previous classes. Fe 26. What is the configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6. This is for our Fe. I am going to take out 2 electrons from here. From which orbital I will take it out? From 4s, largest value of n. So it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s0, 3d6. What they have asked? Number of unpaired electron. So again, do we have any unpaired electron here in these orbitals? No. Why? Because they are core electrons. They are inner orbital electrons and all of them are completely filled. If any orbital is completely filled, then all the electrons will be paired. That means, for example, in 2p I have to see, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So we don't need to check any of these orbitals. What we need to check? The last one. 3d6, it is not completely filled. So if I draw the orbital for 3d, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many unpaired electrons we have? Here I have 4 unpaired electrons. So option C will be our correct answer. So this was question number 14. Let's move to the next one. Which element has electronic configuration ending with 3d5,4s1? Same question that we have done a lot of time. Chromium, that was our exception. That shows 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 3d5. Right? Okay, what were the exceptions? Let's cross check. Copper. Then we had niobium 41, 2, argentum 47, all the elements. And then we had gold. These were having exceptional electronic configuration. Why? Due to high exchange energy, low pairing energy, they have extra stability and there will be jump of electron from lower to higher orbital. Right now? Okay. So question numbers, this will go for chromium. B will be our correct answer. Next one, which of the following ions has incorrect electronic configuration? First one is chlorine. How many electrons we have? 17 electrons. Now Cl minus, that means 18, right? So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. 2, 4, 10. For instead of this, what I will write? Neon, 3s2, 3p6. The first one is correct. Second one, K plus. K plus 19 electron, 19 minus 1, 18 is same as that of argon, correct? Then calcium, how many electrons I had? 20, removed 2, how many electrons I should have? 18. So its configuration will be again same as that of K plus. K plus has 18 electron, Ca plus 2 has 18 electrons, right? What it is given? 18 and 2, 20. This one is wrong. Fe plus 3, how many electrons we had? 26. How many I have taken out? 3. What is left? 23. So can I write it directly as like this? This one is also correct. What they have asked? Which is incorrect electronic configuration? So option C. This one electronic configuration is incorrect. We have 2 extra electron given in the electronic configuration. What should be the correct one? Calcium argon 4s0. Right now? This should be our correct configuration. Now let's move to the next one. Question number 17. Match the following. We have to write electronic configuration for sulfur 16. What it will be? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p. Now see 2, 4, 10, 12. What will be left? 3p4. Then we have potassium. How many electrons I have? 19. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. Right now? For copper, this one was our exceptional one. So it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 3d10. One electron from 4s has been jumped to 3d. Now argon will be what? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Now let's cross check. For sulfur 3s2, 3p4. So sulfur is B. For potassium 3p6, 4s1 is C. For copper 4s1, 3d10. For argon, so for 1 I have B, for 2 I have C, for 3 I have A, for 4 I have D. In fact, option A is our correct answer. Right now? So next move to the 18th one. Which of the following has electronic configuration of neon 3s2, 3p5? Neon here is representing 10 electrons, right? What do we write for neon? For neon we write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. In total 10 electrons are there. So this whole configuration is representing what? 17 electrons. So it is chlorine, right? Z equal to 17 will be representing our chlorine. So option C will be our correct answer. 19. How many unpaired electrons are there in Fe plus 3? We have discussed it earlier also. Fe 26 is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6. This is our configuration for iron. I have to take out 3 electrons. First electron will be taken out from where? From the orbital that has largest value of n, right? It has 2 electrons. I will remove both of them and I will make Fe plus 2. So what I will get? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s0, 3d6. This is the electronic configuration of Fe plus 2. Now, what is the electronic configuration of Fe plus 3? I need to take out one more electron. From where? Now, if you look, this and this have same value of n. Right? What was our process for solving? that we have to take out the electron from the orbital that has largest value of n. So first 2 electrons was taken out from 4s. Why? Because value of n, 4, is larger than any of them, and I have taken out 2 electrons. Now I have no electron over here. Now 3 orbitals have same value of n. What we will check now? If the value of n is same, then we go for the orbital that has highest value of n plus L. So n plus L over here is 3 plus 0, 3 plus 1, 3 plus 2. I have to take out electron from 3d. What it will look like? I am leaving this. It will look like something 3d 5. Half filled orbital configuration. It will be highly stable. Why? Because we have half filled configuration in the outermost orbital. Now what they have asked? Unpaired electron. So again I am not going to check till here. What I have to check? The last one only. 3d5 half filled. That means it will be something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all the electrons are unpaired. So we will have 5 unpaired electrons over here. Option D will be our correct option. Question number 20, the last one. Which element has electronic configuration this? What can we do? We just add it up. 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 28 and 29. And what I am seeing over here, I have 3d10 4s2. That means exceptional behavior configuration, that is for copper. So that's all about our discussion. This sheet has been discussed and it is complete now. So that was all about the atomic structure. We have started from the very beginning, how and when atom was discovered, and from there then we came to know subatomic particles, then we came to know arrangement, then we studied about orbit, orbitals, quantum number, their energy, how electrons are filled, how to write electronic configuration. This whole part of atomic structure and this arrangement is now complete. Now we have to start with next topic, and that will be our periodic table, arrangement of element in the periodic table. Now what is element? Now once we are done with atom, we are done with atoms, right? Now what we have to study, that is how these elements are arranged. First we will understand why these are arranged, then we will understand how these are arranged and what does it signify, right? Then we will study properties of different element in different groups and periods. So first, after atom, can we say that group of atoms of same atoms will give rise to element. So once we were done with the atoms, now we started to study different elements. Group of atom, group of same type of atom will form elements, and we had large number of elements. So now the basic thing is, let's say if I have 80 to 100 elements, should we go for the study of each and every one of them separately? Because few of them are very less in percentage in the earth crust. So what we were in our mind, how can we arrange them? So next question was how to arrange the elements, arrangement of elements in such a way that we can study them in a group. Not individually. So now we started to group the elements, make a group of them so that we can study any one of them and we can predict the properties, at least similar properties of the other elements. And the first trial, first grouping was made by Dobrenier, and that was named as Dobrenier triads. We are not going into detail of this. We are just going one by one ki how we moved from Dobrenier triad to the modern periodic table. What were they? A few lines about them. So what was Dobrenier triads? What he did, he, as the name suggests, triads, he made group of 3 elements. He made a group of 3 elements such that property of the middle one is average of both extreme. Okay, so he made a group. Let's say I have element 1, 2, 3. So element 2, the middle one, will have the property that is average of 1 and 3. That means 1 is highly reactive, C is less reactive, B will be average reactive. He made such groups. But again, this was not on a logical approach. He just made few groups, and all the groups where all the elements cannot be divided into this group. So this was discarded. Next we move to next triad was made by Newland, and it was named as Newland octaves. According to him, if I start to arrange the element, let us say hydrogen. Now at that time, noble gas was not discovered, helium was not discovered. So what he did, hydrogen, so he started from lithium, oxygen, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What he said, कि when you start to arrange the element, the eighth element will have the same property as the first element. Okay, so this was the concept for Newland octaves, but again, this one was again not a logical approach. Why? Because it was based on musical notes. Not a chemical approach, just out of passion for music. Newland arranged the element on this way, and what he found, in fact, all the musical notes in any language of this world has 8 notes, and 8th one is same as the first one. And by mistake he found the same thing. But we can't go on for long. For first 15-20 elements, this was valid. After that, it again became invalid. And so this was also not a logical approach. Then we studied different property, and first, you can say viable approach was made by Mendeleev. Mendeleev's periodic table. He was the first one to try a word that is periodicity. Okay, so Mendeleev was the first logical approach, not based on the experimental. That was the main thing. It was not based upon the experimental data. What he said, कि if we arrange the element on the basis of mass number, what he started to arrange the elements on the basis of mass number. Arrange the element on basis of mass number. If we do so, after certain periods, after certain gaps, we will have the element that have same properties. That means if I am arranging element, let us say E1, E2, E3, after certain interval, next element will have, let us say, Ex. will have the same property as E1. Next element, let us say Ex dash, will have same property as E2. Next element, Ex double dash, will have same property as E3. So this was termed as periodicity. What is periodicity? Periodicity of properties, repetition of properties after a certain interval. And this was said by whom? By Mendeleev. What was the basis of periodicity? He said that properties of elements are periodicity of their mass number. So this one was first logical approach, we can say. This one was the first approach in which we are trying to use a chemical word, that is mass number, and what we are relating it with? We are relating all the properties of the element on the basis of mass number. Okay, and on the basis of that he started arranging the element, and he was the first one to introduce vertical and horizontal column, vertical row and horizontal column. Before this, all the approach was grouping of 5 elements, 3 elements, 8 elements, right? But now what he is doing, he started to arrange the element into a, you can say, vertical row, that was named later on as period, and horizontal column, that was later named as group, right? So he started to arrange the element into something like this, into a mesh like of substance, or where this was called as group and this was called as groups and periods. So he started arranging them, and he also kept one very special thing, that whenever one element is in a group, they will have similar periodicity in their properties. If any element, let us say E1, E2 and E3 all are in the same group, whatever group they are, if they are in the same group, they will have similar properties. Not exactly same, but similar. So he started arranging element on 2 different bases. First was, we will arrange the element on increasing mass number, and if we do so, we will get periodicity in the properties of the element, right? And second, whenever we are arranging the element, then the element having same properties must be in the same group. With these two, he started arranging the elements, and he got, you can say, sustainable success into it. He divided it into 1 to 7. Sorry, 1 to 7 groups. He made group 1 to 7, where he divided all of them into 1A, 1B till 7A, 7B. Now notable thing is that noble gas has not been discovered till now. When Mendeleev is working on this periodic table, till then noble gas was not discovered. So what he did, he divided them into 7 groups first of all, where group 1 and 7 was divided into 2 subgroup, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, so on till 7A, 7B. Again, he gave one group 8 that consists of 3 subgroup. And later on, when noble gas was discovered, group 0 was introduced for noble gas. So in total, he had 18 groups, we can say, along with the subgroup. I am also adding subgroup. I am not talking about only groups. All the subgroup, if we count, we have 18 subgroups we can say, right? And he had many merits and demerits. That we will discuss in detail later on. But why after such a huge success, why this failed? That is the main question. Why Mendeleev, after doing all this hard work, why this Mendeleev periodic table was discarded and we had to move on to the modern periodic table, modulus periodic table. Now if you see, at that time, an experiment was conducted. Moseley conducted an experiment. We are not going to study the whole experiment, whole data, what he got, why he got. Just a brief of that. What he did, that we will understand. He took heavy metal and bombarded it with electron. Whenever we bombard a heavy nucleus with electron, X-ray is produced. So in short, what he started to study, he started to study X-rays. And what he found, that is frequency of the X-ray is directly proportional to atomic number. Frequency of the X-rays produced by any method, that is not a part or concern of our syllabus right now. He studied their frequency and it found that this frequency is depending upon what? Under root of Z. And frequency is indication of the properties that defines the properties of any wavelength. So in short, what he found, that properties is depending or is related to somewhat that we call as atomic number, not as the mass number. And if we cross check the modern periodic table and Mendeleev's periodic table, we get n number of similarities in their arrangement. If we go into very minute details, then we will find that their arrangement is almost similar. But the basics was wrong. Mendeleev was working on mass number, and here property is depending upon atomic number, and this gave birth to our modern periodic table, and that was also known as modulus periodic table. So here is the start of our topic, modern periodic table. We all must have seen this modern periodic table, what it looks like. It will look something like this. Here one block is made, and here one block is made like this. This is a rough representation of our modern periodic table. Now, again, modern periodic table also we are working on the same concept of horizontal row and vertical column. And again, this was also subdivided something like this, where each column was named as groups. So here, all these columns are groups, right? And again, we had horizontal row that was named as periods. So they were also working on the same method, in a similar method as of Mendeleev, but now with a new conviction, you can say with data we have this conviction that now the property is depending upon atomic number, not on mass number. It was a better logical approach, we can say. Mendeleev's periodic table was also a logical approach, but not based upon any experimental data, not based upon any experimental fact. But this one is based upon our experimental fact, and on that basis he introduced in total 18 groups. If we cross check, here also 7 into 2, 14, 3, 17, 1, 18. All the subgroups if we count, it is also 18. And this one, the Moseley one, this one is also 18, right? Okay, here we have 7 periods. That means 7 horizontal columns, rows we will have, and 4 blocks. What are these 4 blocks? This block is known as S block, till here. Another block will be between this D block. Next block is P block, and this one is F block. Now, if we study this after atomic structure, just after electronic configuration, we must have a small idea that this SPDF is somewhat similar to the orbital name that we were studying, to the orbital that we were using electronic configuration, right? So this whole setup is anywhere it is linked to electronic configuration of the elements, the orbitals in which electrons are going. And as I had said earlier, that any chemical reaction, any chemical properties of any element is just a reflection of its electronic configuration. All the properties of an element will be depending upon what? Will be depending upon electrons. Why? Because if we look at an atom, it is nothing but a positive ball, positive spherical ball surrounded by a negatively charged hollow ball, right? Now, if electrons and nucleus, it is only 2 things present in the atom, and what we know, nucleus is not taking part into chemical reaction. Why? It will be activated at a very high temperature. It takes part in nuclear reaction. So chemical reaction is nothing but reflection of the electrons. It is nothing but the game of the electrons. Either gain, exchange, sharing, whatever is there, but that is who is responsible for the properties of any element, physical and chemical, only electrons. So all the properties of the element must be depending upon electrons and their arrangement, how they are arranged, how they are divided into different orbitals. That means, in short, first impression that I have got, कि modern periodic table is nothing but the reflection of our electronic configuration that we have studied, right? Okay, now let's go into a little detail of these periods and groups, and we will learn how the elements are decided, how we decide that whether element will go to S block or P block, or in 15th group or 18th group or 2nd group, or in 3rd period or 4th period. All these will be based on the electronic configuration only. So first let's talk about periods. How many periods we have? 7 periods we have. First period will have 2 elements. Second period will have 8 elements. This is also giving a reflection of K cell, L cell. Can we say that? Because first orbit can have maximum 2 elements, electron. Second orbit can have maximum 8. Till here it is okay. From third one you will see a little bit variation. Third one will also have 8. Fourth is having 18. Fifth is having 18. Sixth is having 32. And seventh will also have 32, but till now it is incomplete. So the number that is coming over here is 2, 8, 18, 32. Now this is also giving an indication that it is based upon electronic configuration. If I am only having 2, that means it must be S. If I am having 8, that means it must have S and P. 2 plus 6, 8. If anyone is having 18, it must have S, P and D. 2, 6, 10. If I am having 32, it must having S, P, D and F. Right now? So, this is the indication that all these configuration, all these arrangement of element is depending upon electronic configuration. First period is known as very small period. Next we have a small period. Both of them, then large or long and very large, very long. So in total we have 7th period, and all can have as many electrons, as many elements as we have written over here. Last one is incomplete, okay, but if it is completed, again it will have 32 only. Now let's have a look at the periods, groups. So now group 1 and 2, these are in S block. We are just numbering it from 1 to 18. So on the left hand side I had S block. So 1, 2 will be for S block. Right? Then from 3 to 12 I will have D block. From 13 till 18 I will have P block. Okay? And in the middle of this, not exactly in the middle, here at this position, we will have F block. Now this is a little bit interesting fact. Why we are keeping F block here? Why we are not giving a separate group? We are giving a separate group for S, for P, for D. We have not given it for F. Okay? Why? We will learn it later. Till now, what we have understood, we have 7 periods, 7 vertical row, and we have 18 groups. Out of those 18 groups, we will have first 2 for S, because S orbital can have maximum 2 electrons, it will have 2 group only. D, how many we have? 10. And as we know, D can have maximum how many electrons? 10 only. Then for P, how many we have? 6. And again, in P, we can have 6 electrons only. In F, if you see, in F block, if we look at all these columns, again we will have 14 columns. That will be same as that of number of electron that can be accommodated in F block. So this was a rough sketch of the periodic table from where we started. We started from triads. We tried to group 3 different elements having similar properties, where property of the middle one will be the average of 2 extremes. Right? Then we came to Newland octaves. Just out of a curiosity of musical notes, he arranged the element on the basis of increasing mass number, and what he got, 8th element will have the same property as the first one, not a logical approach. Again, first logical approach was done by Mendeleev. What he did, started to arrange the element on the basis of mass number, and he introduced periods and groups. He also introduced arrangement of same element, arrangement of element having similar property in the group. Right? He divided first 7 group into 2 subgroup, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, so on till 7A, 7B. Now when he found that group of 3 elements generally Fe, Co, Ni, these 3 have similar properties. So in group 8 he made 3 subgroup and he kept all of them. The major concern for Mendeleev was to arrange the element in such a way that all the elements having similar properties lies in the same vertical column, and this led to many discovery also. This led to discovery of many different elements. It also led to correction of mass number. So it was a very important aspect of Mendeleev's periodic table that he was arranging element on the basis of mass number, but his main concern was to arrange the elements in the same group having similar properties. Okay. So after that came Moseley. Why we came to Moseley? Because in an experiment Moseley found that properties of X-ray, frequency of X-ray is depending on atomic number, and from there he concluded that atomic number is the basis of properties of the element, and we can go a little bit better into that. Atomic number, but better will be what? Number of electrons, their arrangement. Electrons and their arrangement is the basis of physical and chemical properties. Right now? And that's why we now started to arrange the element on the basis of atomic number. And we came up with this modern periodic table where we have 4 different blocks, all of them named on the name of the suborbit S, P, D, F. Right? We had 7 periods, we had 18 groups. Those periods were now again divided into small, very small, small and all. And it was also depending upon number of electrons that can be accommodated in a certain orbit. Then we understood what? How many groups are there in different block. In S block we have 2, in D block we have 10, in P block we have 6, and here in the third one I am keeping F, as this will make it very large, so these elements are kept below this periodic table separately, and it will again have 14 columns. So this is the complete outlay of the modern periodic table. Now we are going to study a little bit in depth. What we have to study now? We have an idea. We have got an idea that this arrangement is somewhere responsible for this arrangement of what? Electrons. Arrangement of electron is somewhere responsible for the arrangement of element. But how? What will decide that element will go into S block? What will decide element will go to P block? What will decide whether element is metal, whether element is non-metal, whether an element will be soft, whether an element will be hard? All these will be depending upon electronic configuration, right? So our next topic that we are going to discuss from next class onwards will be periodicity of properties and their region. And we will also study properties of elements in a certain group. In block I will say better. In different block, what properties they have, we will go a brief of that. Then we will find if I have a given element Z, how to find its group and period. And once we are finding a group and period of element, we can also predict how to predict its properties. So these are the few topics that we are going to discuss from the next class. So that's all for today. We have a 10-minute break. So bye everyone. Next class we will start with the periodic table.
Dear students, good morning. Previous day, some children had asked to repeat distance traveled in nth second. Let us start with that. You want a particle is moving along a straight line path. You want that how much distance it will travel in nth second. Let us understand clearly what is the meaning of nth second. If a particle is traveling along a straight line path, n seconds means you are considering 1, 2, 3, 4, finally to n second. When you talk about nth second, you are talking about one particular second, that is nth second. How much distance particle will travel in n second? This one is Sn. Now, nth second will be equal to distance traveled by the particle in n second minus distance traveled by the particle in n minus 1 second. So, S n minus 1, S nth will be your Sn minus Sn minus 1. Try to understand how much distance particle will travel in nth second will be equal to distance traveled by the particle in n second. In that you subtract distance traveled by the particle in n minus 1 second. Now Sn, it is un plus half an squared. Sn minus 1, un minus 1 plus half an minus 1 squared. Clear? Now, this one will be how much? un minus u plus half an squared minus 2n plus 1. This will be equal to un minus u plus half an squared minus 2 to cancel, this is an plus half a. So, Sn minus Sn minus 1, this will be equal to un plus half an squared, and this whole quantity I subtract minus un plus check u minus half an squared plus an minus a by 2. Now un cancelled, half an squared will be cancelled. Now, what is remaining quantity? S nth is u plus an minus a by 2. Clear na? Now, in this you take common a by 2. I have taken a by 2. Here 2 is there, 2n, and here you have already taken a by 2. So, you will have now, you will have minus 1. Please check, are you understanding or not? You have u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. This is distance traveled by the particle in nth second. If still you have doubt, you will ask me. Simple, how much distance particle is traveling in nth second. For that, you must know distance traveled by the particle in n second minus distance traveled by the particle in n minus 1 second. When you are subtracting that, then that will be distance traveled by the particle in a particular nth last second. Clear to you? Now, we will go for classwork or homework. Okay? I am now on classwork. One question was left, so let me complete that. Then I will be doing your homework. You have an object is moving with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Velocity changes at a uniform rate of 5 meters per second. They are asking you average velocity. You know, when acceleration is constant, then your average velocity is initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Its initial velocity u equal to 2 meters per second and final velocity is 5 meters per second. You want average velocity. The average velocity will be initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Now u is 2, v is 5. This divided by 2 is 7 by 2. This will be 3.5 meters per second. Check again. If a particle is moving along a straight line path with uniform acceleration, then your mean velocity or average velocity will be initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. So your answer is 3.5 meters per second. With this, the class work for day 5 it was over. Now, let us go for homework. Yeah, a body will have uniform acceleration. I have taught you in theory, if change of velocity in equal interval of time will be equal, then we say that particle moves with uniform acceleration. If change in velocity in equal interval of time will not be equal, then you will consider that particle is moving with non-uniform acceleration. So here it is a theory-based question, direct definition of uniform acceleration. Your answer will be body will have uniform acceleration when velocity change at a uniform rate. Move to next. Mark the incorrect statement for a particle going on a straight line. First statement, if the velocity and acceleration have opposite sign, object is slowing down. If a particle is going along this direction, velocity is this, and acceleration is acting like this, then what will happen? Its velocity will be going on decreasing. V will be equal to u minus at. The velocity is going on decreasing. So first statement, mark, they are telling you incorrect statement. So whatever are correct statements, let us find out. If the velocity and acceleration have opposite sign, object is slowing down is a correct statement. If the position and velocity have opposite sign, position and velocity have opposite sign. Suppose particle origin is here, position coordinate you are considering in positive x direction. Means particle position you are taking from, means away from origin. but they say you that the particle is moving, velocity have opposite sign. Means now position is here and velocity is in opposite direction. Then what will happen? See, body will be moving towards the origin. If velocity is acting opposite to position, then particle will certainly move towards the origin. So second statement is also a correct statement. If the velocity is 0 at an instant, the acceleration should also be 0 at that instant. If velocity is 0, acceleration should also be 0. Let us analyze this statement. I have a body. I have projected in vertically upward direction. Throughout motion, acceleration due to gravity will be acting in vertically downward direction. Okay, at topmost point, your velocity is 0, null vector. If you are projecting body vertically up, at topmost point, its velocity is 0, but acceleration due to gravity is continuously acting. And it is acting in downward direction. So if velocity is 0, acceleration should also be 0. It is a wrong statement. So it is a wrong statement. They are telling you to find incorrect statement. One statement we have found, it is wrong. If the velocity is 0, acceleration is 0. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. When velocity itself is 0, acceleration certainly will be equal to 0. So D is also the correct statement. For this question, your answer will be C. Now, let us move to next question. A person is standing near the edge of the top of a building, throw two balls A and B. The ball A is thrown vertically upward. So, I am taking a building, and from here, one body you are throwing up. Let us take A you have thrown up with certain velocity u. The ball A is thrown vertically up, and B is thrown vertically downward. And B you are throwing vertically downward with the same speed. Magnitude of velocity for both A and B are equal. The ball A hits the ground with the speed VA. It is hitting with VA, and B hits the ground with the speed VB. B is hitting with VB. They are asking you relation between A and B. Think. I have taught you at same level speed will be equal. The A guaranteed when it is coming, it will go up and then it will return back. So when it will again reach to the top of building, it will have speed u. Direction will be reversed, but speed u. B also has speed u. Yes, time taken by B and A will be different. B will reach to ground earlier, but you see that both are moving with same speed u. So when they are reaching to ground, their speed will be equal, because initial velocity equal, the displacement height equal. Okay, so when it will reach ground, V square will be equal to, for B as well as for A, from here till here, it will be U square plus 2GH. That's B A square. If you take, it will be U square plus 2GH. B square you take, it will also be U square plus 2GH. What you are finding out? The velocity for body A and velocity of body B both will be equal when they will touch the ground. So your answer will be VA equal to VB. Clear to you? Let us move to next question. Identify the incorrect statement. In uniform motion, particle covers equal distance in equal interval of time. I have taught you in a uniform motion, particle will be covering equal distance in equal interval of time. Direct definition of uniform motion. In a uniform motion, direction of particle may change. Distance will be equal to magnitude of displacement if the particle travels in a straight line without changing direction. Now, just to check, in uniform motion, direction of particle may change. If I am taking a uniform motion and it is traveling, equal interval of time, equal distances, then particle may be moving in different direction. Let us take circular motion, uniform circular motion. Direction is going on changing, but magnitude of velocity remains constant. And how you call it? You are calling it uniform circular motion. So here all three statements are correct statement. Answer will be none of these. Let us move to next question. A car is moving with a uniform velocity of 40 kilometer per hour. Car is moving with uniform velocity of 40 kilometer per hour. Acceleration after 1 hour is. Check. Car is already going with uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means equal displacement in equal interval of time. So, where is the question of acceleration? Acceleration would be there if its velocity will be changing. Here, body is moving means car is moving with uniform velocity. So, acceleration after 1 hour or half an hour or 10 minutes, whatever time you take, acceleration will be 0. So, here answer will be 0. Clear to you? Now, let us move to next question. An object having a velocity 4 meters per second, object has velocity 4 meters per second, is accelerated at the rate of A, they have given you 1.2 meter per second square. T, they have given you 5 seconds. Find the distance traveled during the period of acceleration. Simple. S, they are asking you. ut plus half at square. Your S is ut plus half a t squared, 4 into 5. Check, it is acceleration. If it will be retardation, you will have to take ut minus half a t squared. So ut plus half a t squared is 25. How much you are getting? 20 plus 2, 0.6. 25 into 6, 150. Means 15. So this is 15. This will be equal to 35 meter. Your answer will be 35 meter. Initial velocity given, acceleration given, time given. They are asking you distance traveled. Simple second equation of motion you have taken, ut plus half at squared. Your answer is ready. Now, let us move to next question. A person traveling at 43.2 kilometer per hour, applies the brake, giving a retardation of 6 meter per second squared to his scooter. How far will it travel before stopping? First, initial velocity. Check units. Retardation, they have given you 6 meter per second squared. So in SI, you will be going, A is minus 6 meter per second squared, U is 43.2 kilometer per hour. I have told you to convert it into meter per second, multiply it by 5 by 18. I have derived and I have shown you. So this will be equal to 43.2 5 by 18. Okay, this is 43.2. So how many times it will go? 6, 3 times, 6, 7.2, 3, 6, 3, 2.4. It is 12 meter per second. The initial velocity you got 12 meter per second. How far will it travel before stopping? You will be using Vs squared, Us squared minus 2As. They have given you before stopping, means final velocity is 0, S squared, 12, S squared minus 2, A is 6, S. So 2, 12 directly take, 12S is 12 into 12, 112 cancelled, S will be equal to 12 meter, and this will be the answer. Now let us move to next question. What is the acceleration required? They are asking you acceleration. To change the velocity of an object from 20 meter per second to 40 meter per second across a displacement of 40 meter. So U is 20 meter per second, V equal to 40 meter per second. Displacement they have given you 40 meter, and they are asking you acceleration. So V squared will be equal to U squared plus 2AS. This one is 40 squared, and this one is 20 squared, 2A. S they have given you 40. The 40 squared minus 20 squared, this is 2A into 40. This is 60 into 20. A plus B into A minus B. 40 plus 20, 60. 40 minus 20, 20. This is equal to 2A 40, right? So now 20, 2 times, 2 into 2, 4, 4, 15 times. So A will become 15 meter per second squared. Clear to you? Simple equations of motion based all these questions are. Okay? Now let us move to next question, number 9 now. A bullet is traveling with a velocity of 16 meter per second. It is penetrating a tree trunk and comes to rest. Means initial velocity 16 meter per second. So let us take this is the trunk. Here, initial velocity 16 meter per second. And it is coming to rest. So final velocity here, v equal to 0. 16 and 0. And distance here, as they have given you, 0.4 meter. Find the time taken, during the retardation. For finding time, first get, retardation. So, VA squared will be equal to UA squared minus 2AS. V is 0 equal to UA squared minus 2AS. A will be UA squared by 2S. Clear to you? Now UA squared, 16 into 16 by 2, S is 0.4. So here you put 10, this one you remove. This is 4 to 8, 2 times. A equal to 320 meter per second squared. Clear to you? Now, use V equal to U minus AT. They are asking you time. So, 0 equal to 16 minus AT. Now, T will be equal to 16 by A. 16. A is 320. 16 will be 20. Answer 1 by 20 second. Is it clear to you? Understood now? Now, let us move to next question. A body starts from rest with an acceleration of 2 meter per second squared. What they have given you? U equal to 0, acceleration equal to 2 meter per second squared. Find the ratio of displacement in first, second and third second of its motion. Initial velocity is 0, right? I have taught you today in the beginning only, distance traveled in nth second, distance traveled by the body moving along a straight line path, u plus a by 2 to n minus 1. I have taught you. Now they say you, body is starting from rest, means u is 0. So this distance traveled in nth second will be equal to a by 2 to n minus 1. Now, they say you its acceleration is 2 meter per second squared. Means acceleration is constant. It means a by 2 will be constant. So we can say that s nth will be proportional to 2n minus 1. They are asking you ratio of displacement in first, second and third second will be s first is to s, second is to s, third will be equal to 2 into 1 minus 1 is to 2 is to 2 minus 1 is to 2 is to 3 minus 1. How much you got? 1 is to 3 is to 5. So, ratio of displacement in first, second and third second will be 1 is to 3 is to 5, and it is also applicable for a freely falling body ahead when I will teach you. Okay? a freely falling body in first, second, third, fourth seconds, what will be the ratio of displacements? Same it will be 1:3:5:7. Only the difference is that at the place of A, there a small g you will be using. Let us move now to next question. An insect moves along the sides of a wall of dimensions 12 meter by 5 meter. You take any wall, length 12 meter and width 5 meter from one corner and reaching diagonally opposite corner. They are not taking 3 dimensions, just they are taking 2 dimensions. Wall they have taken 12 meter by 5 meter. If the insect takes 2 seconds for its motion, they are asking you, find the ratio of average speed to the average velocity. The first they are asking you average speed. Average speed will be total distance covered by total time taken. Total distance, how much it will cover? It is moving one corner and reaching the diagonally opposite corner. The 12 plus 5, 17. And they have taken time 2 seconds. 17 by 2, it will become 8.5 meter per second. And if you take displacement, then you will be taking initial position and final position. So if it is like this, and it is, let us take it is 12, this is 5, it will be going from here to here. This will become 13 meter. This is nothing but equal to under root 5 square plus 12 square, 13 meter. 13 divided by 2. Average velocity is net displacement, and net displacement multiple times I told you, it will be directed line segment in between initial and final position. So net displacement is 13 meter and it is taking 2 seconds. Net displacement by total time taken, 13 by 2, 6.5 meter per second. So you will have average speed 8.5 by 6.5. They are asking you ratio of average speed to average velocity. Units are same, so there will be no unit for this ratio. Answer is 8.5 by 6.5. Clear to you? Now, let us move to next question. When a person leaves his home for sightseeing by his car, meter reads, initial meter reading is 12352 kilometer. 12352 kilometer. And final reading is 12416 kilometer. They are asking you what is the average speed and average velocity. So first thing, that average velocity, check. Person is leaving his home and he returns home. Means your net displacement is 0. So average velocity will be 0. Simple. Net displacement 0, so average velocity is 0. Yes, there will be average speed. For computation of average speed, you'll have to consider total distance traveled. It will be given by subtracting initial meter reading from final meter reading. Now, this is your final meter reading 12416, and initial meter reading 12352. So this is 4, 6, 0, 0, 0. Clear? So you will have total distance traveled 64 kilometer, and he is returning back in 2 hours. The average speed will be 64 by 2. Here unit is kilometer, here unit is hour. This will become 32 kilometer per hour. Answer: for average speed 32 kilometer per hour, and average velocity will be 0. Dear students, simple basic concepts related to speed and velocity. Average speed and average velocity you have used for solving the problem. Now, let us move to next question. A body covers half the distance with a speed. Let us suppose particle is moving along a straight line path. They say you half the distance. So total distance let us take S, in which S by 2, it is traveling with velocity 20 meter per second, and the other half with 30 meter per second. So V2 is 30 meter per second. They are asking you average speed. Average speed is total distance traveled by total time taken. So average speed, if it is moving along a straight line path, speed and velocity both will be equal. This will be equal to S by 2. This is also S by 2 by T1 plus T2. This is S. T1 will become here S by 2 V1 plus S by 2 V2. This will become S by 2 you take out. Here it is 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. Understanding now? This will be S is cancelled. This will be equal to 2. 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. 2. V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. I'm explaining you slowly. Every student, every child must understand clearly. Okay? So you got 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. They have given you V1 20, V2 30. Now you can get it now. So this will become 2 into 20 into 30 by 20 plus 30. Clear to you? So you are getting average velocity. This is equal to 2 into 20. 12 you take, 12 into 100. Okay? And here it is 50. 52 times. Answer 24 meter per second. Your answer is ready. Equal displacement with different velocities you have taken. Answer is 2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. V1 is given to you, V2 given to you. Just substitute the value, answer will be ready. Let us move to next question. A particle starting from rest moves with constant acceleration. So a particle is starting from rest, u equal to 0, acceleration is constant. It takes 5 seconds to reach the speed. T they have given you 5 seconds to reach the speed of v is 18 kilometer per hour. You have to convert into meter per second. Find the average velocity during this period. Okay, no? You just check. It is constant acceleration. Right now, if it will be constant acceleration, then average velocity will be initial plus final by 2. If I want, directly I can say, okay, no, initial plus final by 2, 0, if you are converting it, convert 18, 5 by 18, it will become equal to 5 meter per second. Directly I should say answer should be 5 meter per second. Okay, no? But if you want net displacement by total time taken, then that also you can get it. Okay, no? Because time they have given you, okay, 5 seconds. So now, first get acceleration. You must check u is 0 and v is 18 means 5 meter per second. So v is 5, u is 0 plus at, a, t is 5. So you got a equal to 1 meter per second squared. Correct? Once you got a, then net displacement you can get as equal to, u is not there, half a t squared. Half a is 1, t squared will be 25. Am I right? The s is ut plus half a t squared. We got 25 by 2. Okay, no? And now, if in this way we are getting, starting from rest, moving with constant acceleration, if it takes 5 seconds to reach the speed of 18 kilometer per hour, average velocity, if you are going by this way, your answer I am getting s equal to 12.5 meter, and then net displacement by total time taken, if you take net displacement, this is 12.5 by time taken is 5, you are getting here, your t is this, average velocity will be 0 plus 5 by 2, 2.5 meter per second, and here also you are getting 2.5 meter per second. By any way you do, answer is same. Why not we'll do the first method? When acceleration is constant, okay, no, your average velocity is initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. No need to use pen directly. You can say the answer. 0 plus 5 by 2, 2.5 meter per second. But from basic definition also I have shown you how to get it. Basic definition for average velocity is net displacement divided by total time taken. I have calculated first net displacement and then I divided by time. Answer is same. Now let us move to next question. This is now worksheet 5. Okay, no? So we are moving now to next question. In the previous question, find the distance traveled by the particle during the period of motion. So already you have calculated 12.5 meter. Answer is already there. Next question is extension of this question. They're asking you how much would be the displacement in 5 seconds. Already you have calculated here displacement. So in the next question, direct answer is 12.5 meter. Tell me, did you understand this? Or any doubt you have? Okay? If it is clear, see, fifth date, okay, no, five means worksheet number 5. In that classwork I have completed. Now homework it is continued. Okay. Now next question is, a car is traveling from Hyderabad to Vizag with a constant velocity of 40 km per hour. Car is traveling from Hyderabad to Vizag with a constant velocity of 40 km per hour. Guaranteed it will not be constant velocity, it will be constant speed, because Vizag is not along a straight line path. And returns back with constant velocity of 60 km per hour in one straight line along the same direction. Means a hypothetical road you take. Okay, no. This hypothetical road is along a straight line path from Hyderabad to Vizag, Visakhapatnam. The average speed of the car is, okay, no. The average speed, one way is there, that total distance you take, okay, no. And then divide by total time. Clear? So if I will take that, so this distance I am taking s. So it is going in this way with velocity v1, 40 km per hour, and returning back v2, it is 60 km per hour. Right? Now speed, total distance covered. The total distance covered is how much? Your average speed, this is s plus s by t1 plus t2. It is 2s by s by 40. 40 is, you have taken v1, so later on substitute the value, plus s by v2. Clear to you? This will become equal to 2, s I have cancelled. You are getting 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. You are getting average speed 2 v1 v2 by v1 plus v2, 2 into 40 into 60 by 40 plus 60. 40 plus 60. 40 plus 60 is 100. So this one is 2 into 24 into 100 by 100. 100 cancelled, 48 km per hour. Tell me, is it clear to you? Again, see, if displacements are equal, and equal displacement they travel with different speed or velocity, then average speed or average velocity you take as 2 v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. I used this concept in previous problem also. Answer 48 km per hour. I hope my every child is clearly understanding. Let us move now to next question. A train passes over a 400-meter long bridge. So length of bridge, they have given me 400 meter. Speed of the train is 30 meter per second. So velocity of train 30 meter per second. Train takes 20 seconds to cross the bridge. So time taken is they have given you 20 seconds. So 20 seconds train had already crossed the bridge. Then find the length of the train. They are asking you length of train. I have told you in this kind of problem, when train is crossing, train is not a particle here. Train will have some length. So when engine is entering into the bridge, it is covering length of bridge. So when engine will come out from the bridge, still entire length of train will be on the bridge. So if last compartment of the train, when it will pass over the bridge, it is covering length of bridge plus length of train in the given time. Your given time here, they have told you 20 seconds. So time will be equal to length of bridge plus length of train by velocity of train. They have given you T20, it is 400 plus length of train which they are asking you, divide by velocity of train, they have given you 30. So you are getting now 30 into 20, 600. This is equal to 400 plus length of train. So length of train will be equal to 600 minus 400 meter. This will be equal to 200 meter. Check the solution again. Your answer is 200 meter. We have used formula time taken by the train to cross the bridge equal to length of bridge plus length of train divided by velocity of train. Now, let us move to next question. A motor car moving with a uniform speed of 20 meter per second. So, there is a motor car, its initial velocity they have given you 20 meter per second and comes to stop on the application of brakes after traveling a distance of 10 meter. So this is 10 meter and final velocity is 0. Okay, no? After traveling a distance of 10 meter, they are asking you acceleration. So directly you will have here, you will be using Vs square equal to Us square plus 2As. Final velocity is 0s squared, Us squared is 20s squared plus 2. They are asking you acceleration. A, S is 10. So you will have 2A into 10, 20 into 20. So this is 2, 10, 20, 120 cancel, here is minus sign. This will be equal to A minus 20 meter per second squared. Your answer will be B. Simple, you have used third equation of motion, Vs squared equal to Us squared plus 2As. Tell me, is it clear to you? Now, let us move to next question. The velocity of a body moving with a uniform acceleration of 2 meter per second squared is 10 meter per second. Velocity is 10, acceleration is 2. They are asking you velocity after 4 seconds. So U is 10 meter per second, acceleration is 2 meter per second square, time is 4 seconds, and they are asking you v equal to how much? V equal to u plus at, u is 10, a is 2, t is 4. V equal to, check, it is 18 meter per second. Simple first equation of motion you have used, v equal to u plus at, your u 10 plus a2, t4, 10 plus 8, 18 meter per second. If you understood this, move to next question. A particle moving with a uniform acceleration. So particle is moving with uniform acceleration. It is traveling 24 meter in first 2 consecutive intervals of 4 seconds each. Its initial velocity is. Check, it is traveling 24 meter, 2 consecutive interval, 4 seconds, and then again it is traveling 64 meter in next 4 seconds. Clear to you? Let us suppose its initial velocity is u. So particle is going from here, and here velocity is u. In 4 seconds, it has traveled 24 meter. And next 4 seconds, it has traveled 64 meter. They are asking you, what is initial velocity? Correct na? So what you do, always take from the beginning. So my s equal to ut plus half at squared. 24 equal to u into 4 plus half a. 4 squared is 16. Clear to you? And now I am taking from here till here. Time will become 8 seconds. In 8 seconds, how much it is going? 64 plus 24, 8. Okay, no? 24 and 64, 8 and 8, 88 equal to u into 8 plus half a. 8 is squared 64. Correct? They are asking you initial velocity. It means term containing a must be cancelled. Here is 64, here is 16. So I will be multiplying it by 4. Okay, no? So that it should become 64, I may cancel. 24 into 4, you are getting 96. Am I right? And this will become 16u. And this will become half a 64. Now, this quantity subtract here. It is 88. It is 8u. This is half a 64. You are subtracting minus, minus, minus. These two quantities are equal. So these two will be cancelled. Here it will become 8u and here it will become 8. Am I right? Yeah? 88 subtracting from 96, you got 8. So u will become 8 by 8, 1 meter per second. So you got initial velocity 1 meter per second. You can check by substituting it there. Okay, no? If they will ask acceleration also, we can find out, just substitute in any one equation the value of u, you will have acceleration. Now, answer here already is there, 1 meter per second. Now, let us move to next question. If a car at rest accelerates uniformly to a speed of 144 kilometer per hour in 20 seconds, then it covers a distance of. You have a car at rest, u equal to 0, it is accelerating 144 kilometer per hour, v equal to 144 kilometer per hour in 20 seconds. T they have given you 20 seconds. Clear to you? They are asking you, it covers a distance of, we can get it directly, s equal to vt minus half at squared. But anyhow, I will go for finding a and then I will find out. 144 meter per second will go 5 by 18. Okay, no? So, how much you are getting? 188 and 144, 8 times 18 into 8, 144. So, 18, it is 8 times. Clear? So, you are getting velocity 40 meter per second. Clear to you? So, velocity is 40 meter per second, 40, u is 0, plus a, t is 20, a you got 2 meter per second squared. Once you got acceleration, clear to you? Now, they are asking you, it covers a distance of, u is 0, s ut plus half at squared, let us take. Okay, no? So, u is 0, half at squared. Simple method, every child will understand. So, half a is 2 t squared, 20 squared. 20 squared will be 400. So, now 2 cancelled. How much you got? 400 meter. Your answer is this. Check. I hope you people have understood this. Okay, no? So, I'm going back. Yeah. Now, I have completed your worksheet as well as classwork. Let us start. Just continue one-dimensional motion. Till now, you have taken along a straight line path, okay, no, with constant acceleration a. You have taken in a horizontal direction along this direction. Now, we are taking under the action of gravity freely falling body. If you are going for, okay, no, freely falling body, freely falling body. If you take this topic, simple, a body is there, a particle is there. Suppose it is falling onto ground from height h, freely falling. So, first condition here, your u equal to 0, for a freely falling body. Next, acceleration. In downward direction, we are taking positive. This is plus g. If in the problem they are not giving you 10 meter per second squared, then for solving problem, you take the value of a small g as 9.8 meter per second squared. But generally, for simple calculation, you are taking g equal to 10. Simple. U and A you have. Let us take time of descent t. Means to cover displacement h, body is taking time t to reach to ground. First, all equations of motion you take. The first equation of motion is v equal to u plus at. So what it will be here? At any instant of time v, u is 0 now. So this will become g into t. Now, second you go for s equal to ut plus half at squared. So ut is 0, s will become half gt squared. v squared, u squared plus 2as. So v squared will become 2ah, a 2gh. Now, distance traveled by the particle in nth second. So your equation was s nth, u plus a by 2n minus 1. I am taking displacement of the particle in tth second. Then how much it will be? S, t, th, u is 0, a is g. So this will become g by 2, 2t minus 1. Will you remember? So you have these four, actually these three are fundamental equations. Fourth one we have derived. Okay, no? So these four equations for solving the problem. Clear to you? Now, let us start this. First, check these equations for a body which is freely falling from height h. Correct now? Now, how much time it will take to reach to ground? Before that, I want in how much time it will take to cover h by 2 and next h by 2. The first, you know, h1 half g, you are taking t1 squared, right now. And your h is equal to half g, you will be taking t squared. h1 is how much? You want h by 2. The h by 2 from here will be half g t1 squared. Correct? So h is half g t squared. I am writing here half g t squared by 2 half g t1 squared. Clear? What you are getting? Half g cancel. T1 will become t by root 2. It means that people will think that if time of descent is capital T, okay, if time of descent is capital T, then half will be covered in time t by 2 and next half will be covered in time t by 2. But it is not true. For h by 2, it will take time t by root 2 and next h by 2, guaranteed it will take t minus t1. This is t minus t by root 2. You can take t1 minus 1 by root 2, or you can take t root 2 minus 1 by root 2. Simple way you remember, if a body is falling from height h and time of descent is capital T, then first half h by 2, it will cover in time t by root 2, and next half it will cover in time t minus t by root 2. But it is not true for distance traveled by the body in time t by 2 and t by 2. For example, if I take this is the body freely falling from height h, and it is taking time of descent time capital T, and I take time t by 2 here, and here I am taking time t by 2. This one you take h1. The h1 half g t square by 4. Clear to you? And whereas your h is half g t square, so h1 will become h by 4. Check. For covering h by 2, it has taken time t by root 2. But in time t by 2, it will cover h by 4, and next t by 2, if you take h2, it will be h minus h by 4. It will be 3h by 4. So this distance in time t by 2, it covers h by 4, and this 3 by 2, it covers 3h by 4. Two important points you remember for a freely falling body. Then first time t by 2, it will cover h by 4. Next time t by 2, it will cover 3h by 4. Clear? This is when you are dividing half time. But if you take half h by 2, times are different. Okay, no? You just check this. Here, you are getting for h by 2, time taken is t by root 2, and next h by 2, it takes time t minus t by root 2. Will you remember that? So, I will be continuing from here, even tomorrow, this theory, right now, okay, and afterwards the problem based on freely falling body we will be doing. For today, only till this much. Thank you. Have a nice day. There may be a break for 10 minutes, and then your math class will start. Have a nice day.
Good morning, students. Good morning, students. So last time we have started quadratic equation, right? And I have given you some homework. Last time we had discussed identity, what is an identity, what is a quadratic polynomial, and the methods to solve the quadratic equations, right? So the first one was factorization, second one was computing the square, and third one was formula method, right? So today we are going to discuss the worksheet based on it, right? So let's discuss one by one. I hope all of you have done the homework. So the first question, equation of x plus 1 whole square minus x square has a number of real roots equal to what? Okay, so if I expand this, what will I get? If I expand this, I'm going to get x square, right, plus 2x plus 1 minus x square equal to 0. So x square and x square will cancel. I'll have 2x is equal to minus 1 or x is equal to minus half. So there is only one root of this, because when I expand this, right, this will become what? A linear equation. So this is an have only one root. That's why the answer is what? First A option, right? Then next, the roots of 100x square minus 20x plus 1 equal to 0. Right, now you have to see this 100 and this 20, right? What does this 100 denotes? This 100 denotes actually 10 square, right? And this 20 actually denotes 2 times of 10, right? This, 2 times of 10. So what I can say? I can say it is 10x whole square minus 2 times of 10x plus 1 equal to 0, correct? Now, if I see this, right, it is written as a minus b whole square, right? A minus b whole square. Or I can write in this way that 10x minus 1 equal to 0. Right? 10x minus 1 whole square equal to 0. So it will mean that x is equal to 1 by 10. Right? It will mean that x is equal to 1 by 10. So the correct answer will be, there is only one root here, x is equal to 1 by 10. So the correct answer for this will be what? Option number C. 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. We also say that the roots are here repeated. Okay, since in D equal to 0, whenever we have discriminant equal to 0, we say real and equal roots, right? We say real and equal roots, right? So it means there are roots are there, 2 roots are there, but they are what? Same. So in a way they are 1 or they are 2 also, right? So I hope this is clear. Next, if half is the root of the quadratic equation x square minus mx minus 5 by 4 equal to 0, then the value of m equal to what? Okay, so what I'll do, I know x is equal to half is the root of this equation. What does it mean? It means that when I plug in this value in place of x, I am going to get 0, right? Because it will satisfy the equation. So when I plug in the value, what will I get? I will get half square minus m into half minus 5 by 4 is equal to 0, right? Minus 5 by 4 equal to 0. So can I say from here 1 by 4 minus m by 2 minus 5 by 4 is equal to 0, right? It means that minus m by 2 is equal to 1 by 4 minus 5 by 4, right? Or I can say 5 by 4 minus 1 by 4, which will be nothing but 4 by 4 or 1, right? Which I can say it is how much? Equal to 1. So can I say from here that m by 2 is equal to minus 1 or m is equal to minus 2, right? Or m is equal to minus 2. The value of m is actually how much? Minus 2, right? I hope this is clear to everyone. Third question, right? I think there are 12 questions in this worksheet. All right, so we have discussed all the 3 questions. I hope this is clear till now. Okay, the next question, the value of root 6 plus root 6 plus root 6. I think this kind of question we have done last time, where I have told that let x be equal to what? Root of 2 plus root of 2 plus so on, right? Similarly, what I'll consider this to be equal to x, right? I'll consider this to be equal to x. If this is x, I can say that x is equal to root of 6 plus x, right? X is equal to what? Root of 6 plus x. If I square it, I'm going to get x square is equal to 6 plus x, or I will get x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0, right? X square minus 6 minus x is equal to 0. So what will I get? I will get x is equal to 3, right? I can factorize this, right? X square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0, right? X square minus 3x plus 2x minus x is equal to 0. So now it will become x into x minus 3 plus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. So I can say x plus 2 or x minus 3 is equal to 0, right? X plus 2 or x minus 3 equal to 0. So actually it means what? It means x is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to 3, right? X is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to 3. But since it's a square root, I can say that x cannot be equal to minus 2, right? And anyway, it's not there in the option. So in the option, what is the value given? X equal to 3. So the correct answer is what? Option B here. All right. I hope this is clear to everyone. Next, which of the following is not a quadratic equation, right? Which of the following is not a quadratic equation? So let's open one by one all the brackets and we'll understand which of the following is not a quadratic equation. So the first option, if I do option A, I will get x square plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 2x plus 6, right? So I'll have x square plus 2x minus 2 is equal to 0, right? So this one is a quadratic equation, right? In this there is a term of x square and it is the biggest term. So we'll say that it is a quadratic equation, right? Now we'll do the next one, which is option B. In option B, they have given x square plus 3x is equal to minus 1 minus 3x whole square, right? So I can write minus 1 of 1 times of minus 6x plus 9x square, right? Which means minus 1 plus 6x minus 9x square, right? Minus 1 plus 6x minus 9x square. Now everything will, this will go that side, correct? So what it will become? It will become 10x square, right? Minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. 10x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So can I say that this is also a quadratic equation? Yes, right? Because in this also there is a term of x square and we'll say it's a quadratic equation, right? In option C, if I see x plus 2 into x minus 1 is equal to x square minus 2x minus 3, right? Now actually when I open this, I will get x square, right, minus x square my plus 2x, right, plus 2x minus x plus 2 is equal to x square minus 2x minus 3, right? Am I clear? So now x square and x square will get cancelled out, right? This will come this side, so it will become 4x, or 2x minus x will become x, so it will become 3x. It will become 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. So it will become x is equal to minus 5 by 3. Now if you see in this, 3x plus 5 equal to 0. This is not a quadratic equation, right? This is not a quadratic equation. Why it is not a quadratic equation? Because in this, there is no term of x square, right? There has to be a term of x square for it to be a quadratic equation. So this is not a quadratic equation, right? Okay, now let's see option D. Option D, if I expand this, I'm gonna get x cube minus x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, right? Now x cube and x cube will cancel, 1 and 1 will cancel. I will have 4x square plus x is equal to 0, right? 4x square plus x equal to 0. It means that we'll have either x or 2x, 4x plus 1 equal to 0, right? So now this is a quadratic equation, right? This one is a quadratic equation. Why? Because in this a is present. So out of all this A, B, C and D, which is the correct option? The correct option is option C, right? Because they have asked us which is not a quadratic equation. All the A, B, D are quadratic equation. We have seen here. So that is why the correct answer here is option C. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Next, which of the following equation has 2 as a root, right? Which of the following equation has 2 as a root? So if I see here, x square minus 4x plus 5 equal to 0, x square plus 3x minus 12 equal to 0, 2x square minus 7x plus 6 equal to 0, and 3x square minus 6x minus 2 equal to 0, right? So the one way of doing this question is actually plug in the value of 2 and check which of the options are satisfying, right? This is one way of doing the question. Second is, if it is possible to factorize or find the root of the equation, do that, right? So I'll see what we can do. I think the first method in which we can plug in the value and check is the best one, right? So if I check for the first one, I'll put 2 in place of x. So I'll get 2 square, right, minus 4 times of 2 plus 5 equal to 0. So I'll get 4 plus 5, I think 1 will be equal to 0. So this is not correct, right? This is not correct, right? Second one, if I see option B is x square plus 3x minus 12 equal to 0. In this, if I put the value 2, I'll get 2 square plus 3 times of 2 minus 12. I'll get 4 plus 6 minus 12 equal to 0. Again, this is minus 2 is equal to 0. So it is also not satisfying the second option, right? So I can't say that this or this option, either of them has a root 2, right? Now I'll see option C. Option C. For C, if I write 2x square minus 7x plus 6 equal to 0, let's check. So if I put 2, I'm going to get 2 into 2 square minus 7 into 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. So I'll get here 8 minus 14 plus 6 is equal to 0. It means 0 equal to 0, right? So option C actually has a root 2, right? 2x square minus 7x plus c. In this, option C has a root 2, right? But let's see option D also, okay? So if I see option D, so I'll get 3 into 2 square minus 6 into 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So it is will be 12 minus 2 equal to 0, or in other word, minus 2 equal to 0. Again, this is incorrect, right? Again, this is not correct. So that is why this is also not the answer. So the correct answer is option C. We have already got it, but we are verifying by checking option D also, right? So none of the option A, B or D is satisfying the answer. So that's why the correct answer is what? Option C. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. The next question. The equation x plus 1 whole square minus 2x plus 1 has 2 real roots, no real roots, 1 real root or 2 equal roots. So let's expand this and see what are we getting. So I will get x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x minus 2 equal to 0. Right, x square. So from here I can see that my plus 2x minus 2x will cancel. I will get x square minus 1 equal to 0. Right, I will get x square minus 1 equal to 0, which actually will give me x is equal to plus or minus 1. Right, x equal to plus or minus 1. So now x equal to plus minus 1 have how many roots? 2. Right, they are 2 roots, 1 and minus 1. So I can say that they have 2 real roots. Right, 2 real roots. They are not equal, but they are 2 real roots. Understood? So this is the answer for the 7th one. Let's do 8th. Right? 8th, what they are saying, the maximum number of real roots for a quadratic equation is equal to 1, 2, maximum. See, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Right? This one will have 2 real roots. Right? 2 real roots when d is greater than 0. So we'll say 2 real roots. Right? 2 real and distinct roots we say. Right? When we have d less than 0, right, we'll say real and equal roots. Right? So I can say there is only one root where it is equal, so we'll repeat it, right? And when d is, sorry, this is actually d equal to 0. And for last one, d less than 0, we say no real roots, right? We say no real roots, right? So for d less than 0, there are no real roots. For d equal to 0, there are real and equal roots. And for d greater than 0, 2 real roots, right? So what is d here, right? Somebody will be saying, what is d? So d is actually b square minus 4ac, right? So the maximum number of roots a quadratic can have is how many? When d greater than 0, and it is how many? 2, right? Because any polynomial equation can have maximum roots as is equal to degree, right? So what is the degree of the quadratic polynomial? It is 2. So that is why the maximum roots can be how much? 2. Okay. Okay. Next question. If x equal to 2 by 3 is one of the solution of the quadratic equation 7x square plus kx minus 3 equal to 0, then the value of k satisfying the equation is what, right? Again, whenever any value of k is a root of the equation, right? Whenever any value of k is a root of the equation, it will satisfy the given equation, right? It means on substituting that value of x, I am going to get 0, right? So let's substitute x equal to 2 by 3 in this and see what do we get. So when I do that, okay, so when I do that, I will get 7 into 2 by 3 whole square plus k into 2 by 3 minus 3 is equal to 0, right? Now, this will become 7 times of 4 by 9 plus 2k by 3 minus 3 is equal to 0, right? Now, if I take LCM, I'll get 28 plus 6k minus 27 is equal to 0, right? So I'll get 6k is equal to minus 1, or k is equal to minus 1 by 6. I'll get from here k is equal to minus 1 by 6. Now out of the given equation, which equation will have k is equal to minus 1 upon 6 has the one of the root, right? So we'll see, right? If I want to see for this one, I will substitute the value and I will check it, right? So if I check the value k equal to minus 1 by 6, I will get 6 into minus 1 by 6 square minus 3 into minus 1 by 6 minus 1 equal to 0, right? So I will get 1 by 6 plus 3 by 6 minus 1 equal to 0. This will not satisfy, right? This one will not satisfy the given equation. Okay. Now let's check for the second one. So I'll have 6 into minus 1 by 6 square, right? Minus 5 into minus 1 by 6, okay, plus 1 equal to 0, right? So this one I think we'll get 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6, right? 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6 plus 1 equal to 0. This one also will not satisfy the given equation. Now last, only this option remains. So 12k square minus 4k minus 1 equal to 0. So I'll see, I'll get 12 into, where should I write? You can just substitute the value and can check whether it is satisfying or not. I think it has to satisfy, otherwise the given equation, none of them will be having the answer, right? So I think it will have to satisfy. Just please check the answer, whatever you are getting. Okay, next. 10th question, right? 10th. This type of question we have already done, if you remember, right? If a square minus 1x square plus a minus 1x plus a square minus 4a plus 3 is equal to 0 is an identity, right? Is an identity, then what will happen? Then it will have more than one root, right? So we have learned that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If it has more than one root, then it means it is an identity, right? And if it is an identity, I will say a is equal to b is equal to c equal to 0, right? I have to say that a equal to b equal to c equal to 0, right? So I need to equate all the coefficients as what? 0, and check which of the value of a is making all the three simultaneously as 0, right? So let's check it out. If I do, I'll get a square minus 1 equal to 0, then a minus 1 equal to 0, and then a square minus 4a plus 3 equal to 0, right? So from here what I am getting, a is equal to plus and minus 1. From here I'll get a equal to 1, and from here I'll get a equal to 1 or 3. So which of the 1 is a common value? A equal to 1, right? A is equal to 1 is the common value of a, for which all the three, right? All the three are becoming what? 0. So the correct answer here is what? A, option A, right? A equal to 1. All right. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. If 2 to the power 2x plus 2 to the power x plus 2 minus 32 is equal to 0, then the value of x is equal to what? Right? Then the value of x is equal to what? What I'll do here, I know that x to the power a to the power b is equal to x to the power b to the power a is equal to x to the power ab, right? So what I can write this as? I can write this as 2 to the power x square, right? I can write the first term as 2 to the power x square, right? What is the second term? This one will become 2 to the power x into 2 square, right? This is what actually 4, correct? Now I will say that let 2 to the power x is equal to t, right? So I will have t square plus 4t minus 32 equal to 0, right? T square plus 4t minus 32 equal to 0. Now I need to find the roots of this equation. I will try for factorization. If I try for factorization, what I will get? I will get the factors as what? T square plus 8t minus 4t minus 32 equal to 0, right? If I take t common, I am going to get t plus 8 minus 4 t plus 8 is equal to 0. So I'll get t is equal to 4 or t is equal to minus 8, right? But we don't need to find t. T is something which we have got. We need to find actually x, right? We need to find actually what? X. So for x, what will I do? What is t? T is 2 to the power x. So I can say 2 to the power x is equal to 4 or 2 to the power x is equal to minus 8, right? 2 to the power x is equal to 4 or 2 to the power x is equal to minus 8. It means that 2 to the power x is equal to 2 square or 2 to the power x is equal to, see, 2 to the power x cannot ever give me minus 8, right? 2 to the power x cannot give me ever minus 8, right? So we'll say that x will be equal to 2, right? We'll say on comparison there is only one value of x, which is what? X is equal to 2. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone, right? Now many students get confused, sir, why you have written that minus 8 is not possible? Because a lot of you will say that it is 2 to the power minus 3. That is incorrect, right? 2 to the power minus 3 is actually 1 upon 8, right? So that is why we cannot say that minus 8 is equal to what? 2 to the power minus 3. Understood? I hope this is clear to everyone. Then let's do the next question. I think this is the last question because after this only 12 questions were there. Then we'll be starting the new topic, which is relation between the roots. Okay. So let's discuss this topic. The sum of all the real values of x satisfying the equation 2 to the power x minus 1 x square plus 5x minus 50 is equal to 0. So, oops. So they have given 2 to the power x minus 1 x square plus 5x minus 50 is equal to 1, right? Now this 1 can be only observed by getting 2 to the power 0, right? 2 to the power 0. So it means that actually this is becoming 0, correct? Actually it means that this is becoming 0, right? So I can say it means that x minus 1 x square plus 5x minus 50 is equal to 0. It means that x minus 1 equal to 0 or x square plus 5x minus 50 is equal to 0, right? X square plus 5x minus 50 is equal to 0. So from here I will have one of the root as x equal to 1, right? I will get one of the root as what? X equal to 1. For this one, if I try for factorization, right? Factorization, I will get the roots. One is going to be 10 and minus 5. So I'll get x square plus 10x minus 5x minus 50 is equal to 0. X common, then I'll get x plus 10 minus 5, x plus 10 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 10, right? X is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 10. Now what are they asking? They are asking sum of all the real values of x. So I need to actually add all of these, right? So if I add 1 plus 5 minus 10, I'm going to get 6 minus 10, which is equal to what? Minus 4. So the correct answer here is what? C, right? The correct answer will be here C, minus 4. All right, I hope this is clear to everyone, right? We have done all the questions. I think all the questions were easy. Most of the question type of question we have already done in the class, so you have got the answer. If you didn't get the answer for any reason, I have already discussed all the question. If still there is some doubt which is not clear here, then you can go to the center between 2 to 5. There will be doubt faculties which will be clearing the doubts if you have any doubt related to CBC. All right. In general also, if you have any other doubt, they will definitely clear. So please visit the branches, nearby branches from 2 to 5. You will be finding faculties there. All right. Now let's discuss today's topic, which is relation between the roots. Okay. The next topic of quadratic equation, which is relation between the roots. Okay. So see, the next topic is what? A relation between the roots. Okay, relation between the roots, right? Now see, for ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? For ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, I know from formula method, can I say that x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? From formula method, what can I say? X is equal to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? So it's gonna give me two values. It's gonna give me two values. One is x is equal to minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? And second, x is equal to minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? Now let's say I am saying that this value be alpha, right? Let this value be what? Alpha, and this value be what? Beta, right? This value be alpha and this value be what? Beta. So if I add them, right, alpha plus beta, so what will happen? This plus sign and this minus sign, this part will get cancelled. So I will get minus b by 2a and minus b by 2a, right? Which means minus 2b by 2a, which means minus b by a. So this is one of the relation between the roots, that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, right? Alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus b by a. Or I can say that this is also known as sum of the roots, right? This is also known as what? Sum of the roots, which is equal to minus b by a, right? Next, what if I multiply them, right? If I multiply them, right? So what will I get? Let's understand this. Okay, before, see, this is written as a plus b and this is written as a minus b, right? So if I multiply alpha and beta, right? Alpha into beta, so I'll get minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a and minus b plus, sorry, minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Right? From here, if I take minus sign common, what I will get? This can be written as what? B square minus 4ac upon 2a minus b. And if I take minus common, I will get square root of b square minus 4ac minus b or plus b upon 2a. Am I correct? Right? This minus is in product. Right? Okay. Now this will become a minus b into a plus b. Can you see? So this minus I am bringing it here. Right? And this square root will be going. So I'll get b square minus 4ac. Minus and plus b will become minus b square upon 2a into 2a will become 4a square. Right? 2a into 2a will become 4a square. Right? Now b square and b square will get cancelled. This minus and minus will become plus. Right? So what I am going to get? I am going to get 4ac upon 4a square. So 4a and 4a get cancelled. I will be having c by a. Right? So alpha into beta is going to be what? C by a. Correct? So what I can say, I have got two results from here. Right? I have got two results from here. First is sum of the roots. Sum of roots, which is alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus b by a. Right? And second, product of the roots. Product of roots, which is what? Alpha into beta. Is going to be how much? C by a. Right? Is going to be how much? C by a. But this is something I want you guys to remember. Please remember this, that sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a and product of the roots is equal to what? C by a. Right? This is known as relation between the roots. So we can say it is the relation between roots and coefficients. Relation between roots and coefficients. Alright? I hope this is clear to everyone. Right? Now there is one more result related to this. Let's understand that one. Next slide. Okay. So see, now we know that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Right? It's a quadratic equation whose roots are what? Whose roots are alpha and beta. Right? Whose roots are alpha and beta. Let's take a common out of this. If I take a common out of this, I am going to get x square plus b by ax plus c by a is equal to 0. Right? X square plus b by a plus c by a is equal to what? 0. Now in the previous slide only we have understood that b by a is equal to what? Minus of alpha plus beta, and c by a is equal to what? Alpha beta. Right? So what I can say here, I can say that a into x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Right? X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Right? Now, actually this can be factorized and this will be resulting into what? A into x minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0. Right? This will be resulting into what? A into x minus alpha, x minus beta is equal to 0. So, in general, what I can say, right? In general, what I can say, if I know sum of the roots, right? SB is equal to what? Alpha plus beta, and PB is equal to what? Alpha beta. Right? PB equal to what? Alpha beta. Then I can write any quadratic. I can write any quadratic as a into x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0. In this way, also I can write any quadratic equation. If they have given directly the sum and the product, I can write it here. From this alpha plus beta is S, right? And alpha beta is equal to what? P, right? There are three formats for this. This is one, this is second. If you know the roots, then you can use this one. right? If we know the roots, if we know the roots, right? Then to find the quadratic equation, we'll use this particular relation, right? And if we know S and P, then we'll use this equation. Understood? So we have got 3 results today, right? What are the 3 results? First one is this: sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a, and product of the roots is equal to c by a, right? Second one is that sum of the roots, if I know, and product of the roots I can know, then I can write any quadratic as a into x square minus sx plus p equal to 0. And if I know the roots itself, then I can write any quadratic as a into x minus alpha, x minus beta equal to 0. Okay. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Now we are going to practice questions based on this particular relations, and then I'll be giving you homework. Okay. All right. So just give me a minute. I'll bring the questions here. Okay, the first question is, find the zeros of the polynomial. Find the zero of the polynomial fx is equal to x square minus 2x minus 8, right? X square, and verify the relation, and verify the relation between the roots and their coefficient right? Verify the relation between the roots and the coefficients. Okay, so first thing what I'll do is find the roots. Okay, so what I'll do for that, I will just try to equate it to 0. Okay, so if I do that, I'm going to get x square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. X square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now, if I see right here, x is equal to 4 and x is equal to minus 2 is a possibility. So what I can do, I can write x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0, right? So I will get x into x minus 4 plus 2 into x minus 4 is equal to 0, correct? So I'll have x plus 2 and x minus 4 is equal to 0, right? So I will have 2 roots, which is x is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to 4, right? X is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to 4. So for the first part we have already done. What is the first part? That find the zeros of the polynomial. Right, find the zeros of the polynomial. So the first part we have already completed. We have found the zeros of the polynomial. Let this be alpha, right? And this be what? Beta, right? So now we have to verify the relation what we have learned, right? What was the relation? If you remember, the relation was alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a, right? So let's check it. What is alpha plus beta? If I check, alpha plus beta is going to be what? 2, right? 4 minus 2 is equal to what? 2. And if I check for minus b by a, which will be how much? Minus of minus 2 by 1, which is also 2. So I can say that alpha plus beta, this relation is checked, that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Both the values are equal to what? 2. Okay. Then next, alpha beta is equal to c by a, right? Alpha beta is equal to c by a. If I multiply these two, 4 and minus 2, right? What I'm going to get? I'm going to get alpha beta equal to minus 2 into 4, which is minus 8, right? Which is minus 8. Now I will check the value of c by a, right? C by a. What will be the value of c by a? If I check, it is going to be minus 8 upon 1, which is equal to what? Minus 8. So I'm getting the right answer, minus 8, right? So alpha plus beta is equal to what? This is a relation, and alpha beta is also c by a. We have verified this equation also, right? I hope this is clear to everyone. This question is clear to everyone. First, we found the roots, and second, we verified the relation what we have learned, that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a, right? Okay, let's do the next one. Next question they have given is, find a quadratic polynomial. Find a quadratic polynomial whose roots are 5 plus root 2 and 5 minus root 2, right? Whose roots are 5 plus root 2 and 5 minus root 2. Okay, so I have told you, whenever they have given you the roots, right? Whenever they have given you the roots, then if we know the roots, then we'll use this particular quadratic, right? But if I use this one, right, what will happen? I'll explain you. And if I use this one, then what will happen? Also, I'll explain you, right? So what is one thing? I will say let alpha equal to what? 5 plus root 2. And beta is equal to what? 5 minus root 2. Right? Alpha equal to 5 plus root 2 and beta equal to 5 minus root 2. So from the first result, I can say that the quadratic polynomial p of x, right, is equal to a into x minus of 5 plus root 2 and x minus of 5 minus root 2. Correct? This is one way of writing it. But you can see it is not presentable, because one we have 5 plus root 2 and the second we have 5 minus root 2. So let's use the second result. Second result was what? A into x square minus sum of the roots and product of the roots, right? Now, what if I know alpha and beta? Can I find the sum of the roots, right? Can I find alpha plus beta, right? That is s. How much it will be? It will be how much? 10, right? Because 5 plus root 2 and 5 minus root 2. If I add root 2 and root 2 will cancel. So I'll get sum of the roots is equal to what? 10, right? And secondly, if I say product of the roots, right? Product of the roots. So what will I get? I will get 5 plus root 2 into 5 minus root 2, right? So I will have a plus b and a minus b. What will be that? It will be equal to 25 minus 2, which will be equal to 23, right? 25 minus 2, which will be equal to what? 23. So can I say from here, right, from this result, I can say p of x is equal to a times of x square minus sum of the roots plus product of the roots, right? X square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots, which will be a into x square minus sum of the roots is how much? Minus 10x, right? And product of the roots is how much? 23, right? So this is polynomial equation, right? Now this is much more presentable. This is much more looking very clearly quadratic polynomial. This one doesn't look like proper presentable, right? That is why I will say that this must be given in the option. If it is there in the option, it's an optional question, then objective question, then you use this as the answer, right? Or this as the answer, right? Understood? I hope this is also clear to everyone, right? Whenever they have given you the roots, you can find the sum and you can find the product, and then you can use this one. All right? Next question. Form the quadratic polynomial. Form the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are square of zeros of the square of zeros of the polynomial p of x is equal to x square minus 2x minus 15, right? x square minus 2x minus 15, right? Now what are they saying? We need to find the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are the square of the zeros, whose zeros are the square of the zeros of this polynomial, x square minus 2x minus 15, correct? Now there are two ways of doing this question, okay? I'll explain you both the methods, right, how to do this question, all right? So first what I'll say, let these roots be what? Alpha and beta. Okay, first one I'll explain you the easier method. First method is what? You can actually factorize this, find the roots, right? So I can say p of x is equal to x square minus 2x minus 15, right? So it will be x square minus 5x plus 3x minus 15, which will be x into x minus 5 plus 3 into x minus 5, right? Which means x plus 3 into x minus 5, right? X plus 3 into x minus 5. So now we have got the roots of this equation. If I equate it to 0, I will get alpha is equal to minus 3 and beta is equal to 5, right? Alpha is equal to minus 3 and beta equal to 5. Now if I have the roots, right, I can find their squares. So what will be the square of this? Alpha square will be equal to 9 and beta square will be equal to what? 25. Right? Beta square will be equal to what? 25. Now this alpha square and beta square are the roots of the required polynomial. Right? They are the roots of the required polynomial. So what I can say? I can write p of x is equal to a into x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots. Right? X square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots. So this will be equal to a into x square minus, what will be the sum of the roots of this? 9 plus 25, right? 9 plus 25 is how much? 34x plus, if I find the product of the roots, right? So 9 into 25, which will be how much? 225. Right, which will be how much? 225. So that polynomial will be what? A into x square minus 34x plus 225. If you try to solve the roots, it will be what? This polynomial will be having roots as 9 and 25. This will be having roots as what? 9 and 25. Okay, so this was method 1. Method 1 was simple, right? When we can actually find the roots, right? When we were actually able to find the roots of the quadratic polynomial. Let's say, what if we can't find the roots of the quadratic polynomial in a factorization, through factorization, right? Or the roots are in a irrational format, right? For example, let's say if the question was like this, x square minus 2x minus 13 is equal to 0, right? We need to do the same question, but just in place of 15, right, what I have changed, I have written it what? X square minus 2x minus 13 equal to 0. So in this question, how will I do? See, this question, we can't find the roots. Let's say somebody want to find the root and do it, right? So what he will do, he will apply that alpha comma beta will be equal to 2 plus or minus square root of minus 2 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 13 upon 2, right? So this will be how much? 2 plus minus square root of 56 by 2, right? Which will be very complicated. Then to do the square of this and to find it, it's very complicated. So this is not the right way of doing this question, right? Then what is the right way, sir? See, what is the right way? I know for this equation, alpha plus beta is equal to 2, right? Minus of minus 2 will be 2. And alpha beta is equal to what? Minus 13. Alpha beta is equal to what? Minus of 13, right? This is so far clear, right? Alpha plus beta is equal to 2 and alpha beta is equal to what? Minus 13, right? Now what do I need to find? I need to find sum of the roots, which is alpha square plus beta square, and I need to find alpha square product of the roots, which is alpha square into beta square, right? Now alpha square into beta square is very simple. It is nothing but alpha beta square. So alpha beta square, what is alpha beta? right? I will be having here alpha beta is how much? Minus 13. Its square is going to be just 169, right? So we have got the product of the roots, which is alpha square plus beta square. I can say this is what? P. Right? Now the main question here, the main challenge what student face is how they will find alpha square plus beta square, right? How they will find alpha square plus beta square when they have alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Okay, so what I'll do, I can add this to be equal to alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. Right? Alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. See, I need to find the value of alpha square plus beta square with the help of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So what I have done here, I have written alpha square plus beta square as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Right? Now what is alpha plus beta? We know it is how much? 2. And what is alpha beta? It is minus 13. So if I write it here, I will get 2 square minus 2 into minus 13, right? 2 square into minus 2 into minus 13, which will be how much? It is 4 plus 26, right? 4 plus 26, which is actually 30. Right? Now we have sum of the roots, that is S. We have product of the roots, that is P. So I can write the quadratic polynomial to be what? P of x is equal to A into x square minus sum of the roots x plus product of the roots, right? So it will be A into x square minus 30x plus 169, right? It will be how much? A into x square minus 30x plus 169. All right, I hope this is clear to everyone. If the roots are not possible to find or they are very irrational, right, then this method can also be used, right? So now I will help you to, now somebody can ask, sir, why did you solve this question through that method only? Why can't we solve this question through that method, what we had learned, method 2? Right? We can definitely solve. How will I solve? I can apply the same formula. To find sum of the roots, I can apply alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. Right? What is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta here was how much? 2. Correct. So it will be 2 square minus 2 into, what is alpha beta here? Alpha beta is minus 15. So minus 15. If I do it, I'll get 4 plus 30, which is nothing but 34, right? So can you see here also I'm getting 34, same thing I'm getting here, right? And product of the roots will be nothing but alpha into beta whole square, which is what? Alpha into beta, if I do, it is minus 15 square, so it is going to be what? 225, right? 225. So directly you can relate x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots is the answer. Understood? So you can do the question by both the method 1 and method 2. Method 1 when we will be using when we actually know the roots, right? And if we don't know the roots, then we always can use the method 2. Method 2 is actually easier, but once you get familiar with it, then only it will be easier for you. All right, let's do the next question. I hope it is clear to everyone. Next. Next is find the quadratic polynomials whose roots are minus 2 and 5, right? Whose roots are what? Minus 2 and 5. So what I can do, I can use this format. If you remember, P of x is equal to what? A into x square minus sx plus p, right? So from here I'll get a into x square minus, what is sum of the roots? 5 plus minus 2 will be equal to what? If I add these two, 5 plus minus 2, I'll get 3, right? So it will become x square minus 3x, this is sx, na? And this is p, right? And if I multiply them, so what will I get? Minus 10, right? So this is the answer. Or we can also use this format, which I told you, P of x is equal to what? A into x minus alpha into x minus beta. So if I say this is alpha and this is beta, right? So I'll get A into x plus 2 and x minus 5, correct? If I expand this, I will get A into x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10, right? Which means A into x square minus 3x plus 10. So if you can see, this answer and this answer are same, right? This answer and this answer are same. So you can get in both the format, both the ways, this way also and this way also. Understood? So this is the question in which we need to find the quadratic polynomial whose roots are actually rational, right? These are very simple roots, so you can do in any of the method. All right? Okay. Then one more, and I think this is the last question. Let's see what is the question. Okay. I hope it is clear so far. If alpha comma beta are roots of a quadratic equation, x square minus 3x plus 5 equal to 0, right? X square minus 3x plus 5 equal to 0, then the equation whose roots are alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 7 and beta square minus 3 beta plus 7, right? Alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 7 and beta square minus 3 beta plus 7 are or is, right? We need to find the equation whose roots are what? Alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 7 and beta square minus 3 beta plus 7. All right. So how will I do this question? Think about it. Okay. So one way of thinking this question is that, yes, sir, I will find the roots, right? I will find the roots, then I will plug in the values of the roots here, and then I can do sum and product, right? This is one way of doing the question. But the problem with this method is that when you actually find the root of this equation, it's going to be in irrational format, right? It's going to be what? Irrational format. That is, it's going to be like this: 3 plus minus square root of 9 minus 4 into 5 upon 2, right? And this, it is not just irrational, there is no real root for this, right? Then how will you find this and this? Okay, so this is not the right way to do this question, right? This kind of question. What is the right way then, sir? What I will see here, there is one common thing in this, both of them. No? In this question, you have to observe something first. Observation is that the coefficient 1 and 3, right? Whatever is the coefficient here, it is common in this roots also, right? They are common in the roots also, right? So what can we do? I will say, right, let alpha dash, right, is equal to what? Alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 7, and beta dash is equal to what? Beta square minus 3 beta plus 7. All right. Now, in this kind of question, whenever the coefficients are same, then only you apply this method. Whenever the coefficients are same, then only you apply this method. Now, what I'll do, I know that alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, right? I know that alpha and beta are the roots of the given equation. If they are the roots of the given equation, can I say that they will satisfy the given equation, right? What do I mean by satisfy? I can write alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 5 equal to 0 and beta square minus 3 beta plus 5 equal to 0. Right? Alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 5 equal to 0 and beta square minus 3 beta plus 5 equal to 0. Now, from here, I can say alpha square minus 3 alpha is equal to minus 5, right? Similarly, beta square minus 3 beta is also equal to minus 5, right? Alpha square minus 3 alpha is equal to minus 5 and beta square minus 3 beta is equal to minus 5. Now this thing we have seen somewhere, right? Where it's here and here, right? It's here and here. All right. So what I can do, I can add it to be equal to what? Minus 5 plus 7. So it will be 2, and here also it will be minus 5 plus 7, which is also 2. Understood? So alpha dash and beta dash both are coming to be equal, and they are coming to be how much? Equal to 2. Where alpha dash and beta dash are the roots of the required equation, right? Alpha dash and beta dash are the roots of the required equation. So I can say that sum of the roots, right? Sum of the roots of the required equation will be what? Alpha dash plus beta dash, correct? Which will be how much? 2 plus 2, which will be how much? 4. And product of the roots, which is alpha dash into beta dash, will be how much? 2 into 2, which is also equal to 4, right? Which is also equal to 4. So I can use the form as x square minus sum of the roots into x plus p is equal to 0, right? X square minus sum of the roots into x plus p is equal to 0, right? So what is x square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0? X square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0 is the equation whose roots are going to be what? Alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 7 and beta square minus 3 beta plus 7. These are the roots of this given equation. All right. So I hope it is clear. This is a very typical kind of question. This kind of question actually also comes in advanced exam or mains, IIT JEE mains in advanced question also. Right. This is typically that kind of question it is there. I will repeat it once again so that it is clear, and why I have done it also very clear. All right. So in this, we can first see that the given equation they are saying its roots are what? Alpha and beta. And we need to find the equation whose roots are what? Alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 7 and beta square minus 3 beta plus 7. Right. Now, first method is what? First thing to do is what? I try to find the root. But the roots were not real. Right? So this was not applicable. Then, what did I see? I see that this coefficient 1 and minus 3 is common here. 1 and minus 3, 1 and minus 3. Understood? So what I did, I substituted the value, right? I substituted the value here and got the I substitute the value here, alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 5 equal to 0 and beta square minus 3 beta plus 5 equal to 0. Correct? From here I will get the value of alpha square minus 3 alpha and beta square minus 3 beta, which is minus 5 and minus 5. Both of this value I have actually plugged in where? In this, right? In this. So from here I got the value of alpha dash and beta dash, which are the roots of the required equation to be how much? 2 and 2. Correct? So I got this sum of the roots. I got the sum of the roots as 2 plus 2 equal to 4 and product of the roots also 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Right? So I can write the required equation as x square minus sum of the roots into x plus p equal to 0. That is x square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. Right? X square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. So this is the required equation. All right. Now, somebody can ask, sir, why you have used this only? Let's say, if suppose somebody can say, sir, if there is this number and this coefficients are different, right? This number and this coefficients are different, then what will I do? Okay, so let's try one question of that there also, right? What I am changing here is, I am repeating the same question, right? That let's say the roots of required equation, given equation, x square minus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. Its roots be what? Alpha dash and alpha and beta. Its roots is what? Alpha and beta. And I want to find an equation. I want to find an equation whose roots are alpha square minus 2 alpha plus 7 and beta square minus 2 beta plus 7. I want to find a quadratic equation whose roots are what? Alpha square minus 2 alpha plus 7 and beta square minus 2 beta plus 7. Here if I see this minus 3 and minus 2, they are not same. Understood? But these two roots are very similar. Understood? So whatever operation I do for this one, same thing, same will be applicable for this also. Correct? So in this kind of question, what I'll do, let's see. Again, in this also, what I'll say that this be equal to alpha dash and this be equal to what? Beta dash. And I need to find alpha dash and value of alpha dash and beta dash. Okay, all right. So again, I substitute the value of alpha and beta. So I can say alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 5 equal to 0. Right? Alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 5 equal to 0. So can I say from here that alpha square is equal to 3 alpha minus 5? Right? Alpha square is equal to what? 3 alpha minus 5. Right? So this value of alpha square, I can substitute here. Right? This value of alpha square, I can substitute it here. Let's see what do I get. Right? If I substitute it here, I'll get 3 alpha minus 5 minus 2 alpha plus 7. Right? This is coming from here. Understood? Okay. Now 3 alpha minus 2 alpha will become what? Alpha. And 7 minus 5 will become what? 2. So alpha dash I got as what? Alpha plus 2. Right? Similarly, can I say that beta dash? Right? Similarly, I can say that same thing will be applicable for beta dash. So beta dash will be what? Beta plus 2. Right? Beta dash will be equal to what? Beta plus 2. Am I clear? Now, what do I need to find? I need to actually find S, right, and P. Right? S and P. I'll write P here. Okay. What is S? S is what? Alpha dash plus beta dash. Correct? S is what? Alpha dash and beta dash. So, and P is alpha dash into beta dash. Once I get S and P for the required equation, I can actually get the quadratic equation. Okay. So, I will just substitute the values of alpha dash and beta dash. If I do that, I will get alpha plus 2 and beta plus 2. Correct? So, I'll get alpha plus beta plus 4. Right? Now the question is from where I'll get the value of alpha plus beta. It is already given in the question. If these are the roots of alpha and beta, I can say alpha plus beta is equal to 3 and alpha beta is equal to 5. Right? So I can just plug in the value of alpha plus beta. I'll get how much? 3 plus 4, which is how much? 7. Right? 3 plus 4, which is how much? 7. And alpha dash into beta dash, which will be what? Alpha plus 2 into beta plus 2. Alpha plus 2 into beta plus 2, which will be equal to alpha into beta is alpha beta plus 2 alpha plus 2 beta plus 4. Right? 2 alpha plus 2 beta plus 4. So I can say alpha beta plus 2 into alpha plus beta plus 4. Right? Alpha beta plus 2 into alpha plus beta plus 4. What is alpha beta? 5. And what is alpha plus beta? 3. So what I'll have? I'll have 5 plus 2 into 3 plus 4. Right? Which was how much? 15. Right? Which is how much? 15. Now I have sum of the roots. I have product of the roots. So I can write the required equation as what? X square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots equal to 0, which is x square minus 7x plus 15 is equal to 0. So this is the equation whose roots are alpha square minus 2 alpha plus 7 and beta square minus 2 beta plus 7. Right? In this equation, there was no need to find alpha and beta actually. Right? There was no need to find alpha and beta also. And the different variation was what? That these coefficients were not same. Right? These coefficients were not same. Alright? So this marks the end of the lecture. Now I'll revise what we have done and I'll give you today's homework. Okay? So today what we have done is, now what we have done is relation between the roots. So we found that sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, right? And product of the roots is equal to what? C by a, right? These are two very important results. Same for IIT mains and advanced also. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. This is a very important result. We derived it also, but if you don't understand the derivation, it is not important. What is important is the relation between the roots and the coefficient. So please at least remember that. Next. If I know the sum of the roots and the product of the roots, I can actually find the required equation through this method. A into x square minus sum of the roots into x plus p equal to 0. Right? And there is one more way. If I know the roots, I can also find it in this method, which is a into x minus alpha into x minus beta equal to 0. Right? Now, after that, we have done some examples. If I got to know, first we have verified the equation, there was factorization, right? Then we knew the roots, then we have found the equation, right? Finding the sum of the roots into product of the roots. Then this question we have seen form the quadratic equation whose zeros are the square of the zeros of this polynomial. Correct? So we have seen two methods in this. One when we actually can find the roots, and the other is when we cannot find the roots. The other one can be done in this way: alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta and alpha beta square. Right? Okay. Then again the second type of question, when roots are directly given, then we can use it and use the given format: x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots will be found out. Right? Then last question, I think. This one we have seen when the roots of a given quadratic equation is actually used to find the required equation, where we cannot actually use the formula method. Why? Because the roots are either irrational or not real. So how to find the required quadratic equation is, we have seen the two methods: when the coefficients are similar, and the next one when the coefficients are not similar, right? From in this one we can found the value of alpha square and beta square, and actually then we have found the value of alpha dash and beta dash. Alright, correct? And then we have got the required quadratic equation. Alright, so I hope this is clear to everyone. Today's lecture was clear. Today's lecture was very important in terms of quadratic equation. Now I'll give you homework related to this. Okay, so this is the next worksheet on page number, in your CBC book only, in page number on page number 63, right? Page number 63, right? Worksheet day 6, right? Worksheet day 6 is the homework, right, for today. And all 15 questions. I think there are 15 questions in this. So page 63 and 64, yes. Page 63 and 64, all 15 questions, right? We'll discuss this tomorrow, right? We'll discuss this tomorrow, and I think we'll end the quadratic equation. Then we'll start the new chapter, which is going to be sequence series. All right. But first we'll discuss this homework, right? Page number 63 and 64, all 15 questions are today's homework. Okay, in mathematics. All right. I hope this is clear to everyone. This will be based on the today's topic, which is sum of the roots and the product of the roots, right? That topic based question set is there. All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay. See you tomorrow.